What's up guys, it's Red here again, and this is going to be my predictions video for what's going to happen in the Smash Direct tomorrow. And this one's going to be a little bit more off the cuff. I don't have a huge script written up or anything. I'm just going to be mostly talking about a few bullet points that I have written down, and we're going to see what exactly happens tomorrow. The first thing I want to talk about is that I'm going to be operating under the assumption that the Grinch leak is indeed fake. Now, I'm not 100% on board that it's fake. I'm still kind of 50-50, but I'm leaning, I guess, a little bit more towards fake. I did a lot of research into this myself, as well as looking at, Papa Geno's videos and Billy's videos, just combining all of everyone's information. I'm hoping that the Grinch leak does turn out to be true, because I would get Isaac, and even though Geno is not on my top 10, most wanted, I do want Geno to get in because I know the fans deserve it. They've been waiting for a long time. So I would like the leak to be real, even though it would only give me Isaac from my own personal want list, but that's okay. One is enough for me. But like I said, I'm going to operate under the assumptions that the leak is fake for this video. So with that in mind, I want to get to what I think might be the first reveal of the day, and I think it might end up being a third-party reveal, similar to what we had with Simon and Richter. I could see Sakurai wanting to spend a little bit of time personally talking about the third-party characters as a show of respect towards the companies for letting them get into the game. So I could definitely see that happening, and with the last reveal, the trailer at the end of it, he probably wouldn't be able to talk about it as much as he will be able to if it's at the start of the Direct. So I can definitely see the start being the third-party reveal, just like last time. As for what characters the reveal could be, my gut, which I'm going to listen to a lot for these predictions, even if they don't make much sense, my gut is saying a Dragon Quest character. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about Geno, there's a lot of talk about potentially Sora from some people. That'd be great for me, but I don't think it's going to shake down that way. I don't know why, I just have this feeling it's going to be Dragon Quest. Sakurai has catered to the Western audience a couple of times now, with Ridley, and Little Mac was a huge Western thing, as well as Dark Samus. I feel like something is going to be pretty big here for Japanese fans, and I can see that being Dragon Quest. Everyone knows it's super popular in Japan. Now it may not shake down that way, but it's just my gut feeling. I don't think it will be from the latest game, Dragon Quest 11. I'm not sure which protagonist they would use, but I just feel like it's going to be one of them. And if it's not Dragon Quest, then I assume it would be Geno. They would lead it off with Geno. I just feel like the third party character is coming first, so that Sakurai can spend a little bit of time talking about them. And my bet would be Dragon Quest first, Geno second, maybe Sora third. Fingers crossed if that's possible, but I don't see it happening. I hope though. But moving on from there, I think we move into Echo Fighters again, just like he did last time. And I think Ken and Shadow are in. I don't see any reason they're not in. Ken is so obvious, and Shadow feels like really obvious too. Not as obvious as Ken, but still pretty obvious. The last Smash Direct, Sakurai did say he still had some more Echo Fighters to talk about. So I'm assuming we're getting at least 2 in this Direct, and my bet is on Ken and Shadow. Now, we all know about the infamous Ken leak that I still don't think has been disproven. So there's that in his favor, and he's even on the Grinch leak. But again, I'm operating under the fact that that's false. But it just seems like it makes sense. And as for Shadow, there is still no assist trophy for him shown, and I don't think they would just drop him out of the game completely. He's been in back-to-back Smash games now, and with Brawl and Smash 4. Now, if he wasn't in Brawl, you could make the argument, okay, maybe they drop him and give Knuckles time to shine. But since he's been in 2 in a row, I find it really hard that he's just going to be completely replaced, like out of the game. That just seems like way too weird for me. So I'm betting that both of them are going to be in as Echo Fighters. moving on from there, I think he will talk about the remaining assist trophies. I think that seems like a good time to move on to the assist trophies. Maybe he does the items first and then moves into the assist trophies. I could see that. Items first, then assist trophies. I don't know too much about items. It could literally be anything. As for assist trophies, I have this feeling that Shantae is going to be an assist trophy. Now, I say this because Shantae, to me, Shantae and Shovel Knight are not that far off in popularity. I feel like they're quite similar and quite relatable. So if Shovel Knight was able to get in, I'm pretty sure Shantae can get in because she has a closer, tie to Nintendo way more than Shovel Knight did, and she's still, missing. Now, the possibility is that I've talked about this with some people before. I think Way Forward is a little overconfident, or they've been acting, with some swagger, with some overconfidence. So if Shantae does not turn up as an assist trophy, I feel like they declined the spot. Because I can't see Shovel Knight getting in and them not also asking for Shantae, just because they're so, similar in terms of being big indie icons. So I think if she's not in, Way Forward turned down the spot, and they're electing to try to go for a playable, spot for DLC and take their chances that way, because Sakurai has not shown yet that he's willing to go from assist trophy to playable character within the same game. So I'm not I'm operating under the assumption that if you're an assist trophy in Ultimate, you're pretty much, stuck there until whatever the next Smash game is. And I don't think Way Forward wants that. I think they really want her to be playable. So it wouldn't surprise me if they turned down the slot. But I think she's in. I don't think they would actually go the full distance and do that. But it's a possibility that's in the back of my mind. As for other assist trophies, I feel like there's going to be a lot of salt. I don't want there to be a lot of salt, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of salt. I could see Isaac being an assist trophy again, as much as that pains me. I could even see Geno being an assist trophy, which I know both of these characters would probably cause riots if Sakurai put them back. In Isaac's case, put him back as an assist trophy and Geno as an assist trophy. But I could see Geno being an assist trophy if Sakurai just was not able to get the character playable. I mean, I don't know what the rights situation is with that. If he wasn't able to get Geno playable again, this time he might have said, okay, there's no Mii costumes this time, so let's just put him as an assist trophy. I could see something like that happening. I hope not, for Geno fans' sake. But yeah, I can definitely see a lot of salt. I'm not specifically predicting either of those two things to happen, because I hope Sakurai knows better than that. Neither Isaac fans or Geno fans deserve those characters to be assist trophies this time around, so I'm hoping he knows better than that. I am predicting, though, that we will get some sort of Undertale assist trophy. I don't know if it'll be Sans or whoever. I can definitely see a Sans assist trophy where he comes out and he doesn't actually do anything. He kind of like a Magikarp or Goldeen back from the old Pokeballs, where he just comes out and he drops some random quotes or something and then goes back in. That'd be kind of funny, and I can definitely see that happening. So that's going to be a prediction that might be a little bit out there. But then moving on from the assist trophies, I think he transitions into Pokeballs, and Pokemon next shows off the remaining Pokemon. And the reason I think he does that is because I think at the end of revealing the Pokemon, we will get the Incineroar trailer somewhere midway through the direct. He'll make the transition of, since we're on the topic of Pokemon, here's this, and then we get the little trailer, we get Incineroar. I think as much as it pains me to say it, I think Incineroar is a given. There's been too much talk about him. I still find it hard to believe that we won't get a Pokemon in this base game, just because we've gotten one every single time. I think that's pretty prevalent. We've got 9 Pokemon so far. what's another one? You know what? So it's like, who knows? I think he's in. I don't want him to be in, but I think he's in. And it seems like a good spot to shove him in, like right after the Pokemon, midway through the direct, where it's just like, okay, he's not the big reveal at the start, and we're not closing on him, because I'm sure Nintendo has seen the lukewarm reaction to him online. So I don't think he's going to start the direct, and I don't think he's going to end the direct. He's going to be somewhere right there in the middle. And then moving on from there, I think they transition into probably what is the one-player mode, is the Spirits mode. Now, I want to talk about Skull Kid because I'm fearing that he is going to be in this mode. I hope not, but I just feel like he is going to be in this mode. I was hoping for a playable, but my gut just doesn't seem to agree with me. Spirits mode in general, I think is going to be a Subspace light. I don't think it's going to be as detailed as Subspace. I don't think it will have like super crazy cutscenes like Subspace. Maybe it has a few cutscenes. Maybe. I don't think it goes all out like Subspace did, but I think it's going to be better than Adventure mode as well. Somewhere in between, a middle ground of Adventure mode and Subspace mode, where we have these bosses, where we have maybe some missions that we have to do or something like that. Something definitely more meat filled than Adventure mode, but I can't see them getting a full Subspace mode into this game. I feel like there wasn't enough time for that. Maybe there was. Who am I to say? But I just don't. I don't feel it. And I do feel like, sadly, Skull Kid will be a casualty of one of those boss fights. Even though I have, said he's a little bit small to be a boss. We'll see how Sakurai does it. I mean, I'm sure if he wants him to be a boss, he can make it work. Sadly. I would much prefer him not to be a boss, because I think if he's a boss, there's like 0% chance for DLC. I don't think Sakurai will even entertain moving him from boss to DLC, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Spirit mode, somewhere in the middle of those two things. And then from there, I think they transition to the menu system. I think there's still a lot they have to show off with the menu system, so I could see them moving into online modes and menus. So we get and look into the different online modes, because their online system, has been out for I think 2 months now. Not 2 months, because it came out in September, so it's been about a little bit over a month now that their online has been up and being required to be paid for. I think they will show some stuff about online modes. I don't know what they have. Do they have online squad strike? Do they have a ranked leaderboard? I'm hoping for a ranked leaderboard. Do they have online tournament battle? I am assuming there will be online tournament battle at the very least. I will be shocked if they don't at least put that in. They know people probably want that. I'm hoping for a ranked leaderboard, as I said, but I'm not getting my hopes too far up for that one. I'm not predicting a ranked leaderboard mode, because I feel like Nintendo is kind of oblivious sometimes to the competitive side of things. I could see them not putting in a ranked leaderboard mode. We'll see. But at the very least, a ranked tournament lobby of some sort. Similar to maybe the Mario Tennis Aces. Maybe they go that route where you move on from person to person and then you win the tournament or something like that. I could definitely see them doing something like that. But yeah, I think we're going to get an inside look at the messaging system. Like a lot of the menus I think still need to be shown. Like, how will we contact people? The messaging board system, sending invitations back and forth, private chat, DM. Like, I feel like those things have to be shown, or not have to be shown. I feel like they will be shown. And yeah, I think from there, possibly even a look at an eShop. I believe this game is probably going to have a lot more downloadable content than the last game with Smash 4. I could see downloadable skins. Of course, we're going to get downloadable characters. There's almost no question about that. So I could see them having an eShop, icon on the side. We get a look into the eShop. Maybe, what could be there in the future. I don't think they'll show anything definitive as to what could be there. Maybe they show some skins for characters we already have in the game. Maybe that's a possibility. Or they might just tease it as, eShop opens spring 2019 or something like that, But I think that's something that might be there. I'm feeling like it is going to be there. And then from there, I think they move to the closing of the direct. Now, the closing of the direct is something that has me a little confused because I'm not really sure what they have saved for the end. Like I said, I don't think they're going with the third party boom character to end it because I feel like Sakurai wants to talk about that character, and I don't think they feel Incineroar will be worthy enough to close it on just due to the mixed reactions of the online community. I'm sure they've noticed, like for months now, I'm sure they've noticed ever since Incineroar first came out, people are pretty lukewarm about the idea. I do not think they will end the direct on that. So they have to, in my mind, have something saved for the last character, and I don't really know what it's going to be. In my mind, it has to be a first or second party character, and my gut is still telling me that a Xenoblade character is in this game. Now my gut is saying Elma. I still feel like, as crazy as that sounds, Elma might be showed in this direct. I still don't see what that mock rifle, that mecha rifle gun was used for. I don't know if it was just something he bought and then he just scrapped the whole thing. Maybe it was for a custom robo character. Yeah, right. But who knows? It's just weird that it hasn't shown up after he specifically said he needed it for an upcoming project. I don't know. Maybe they scrapped it. I feel like Elma's in, but I also feel like she's not a good character to end the reveal on. The Xenoblade Chronicles X, as I've talked about before, did not sell the greatest. Elma would not be the biggest wow, I can't believe that just happened to end on. So I don't know. I feel like there is a world where it ends on Rex and Pyra. I think it's too early for them, but I feel like there could be a world where the last reveal is Rex and Pyra, because I feel like they have to end it on something big, but they don't want to end it on the third party character because they want to talk about the character out of respect. So what first party character is big enough to end it on? Rex and Pyra, maybe. They're super popular right now. A lot of people want them in. Isaac could fit into that slot, but I feel like he's not in. Sadly, I want him to be in so badly. I feel like he's not in, so I don't think that's him. Skull Kid, I suppose they could end it on Skull Kid, but again, I don't think he's in. So I'm running through the list of options of first party characters. What can they end it on? And I'm just coming up with Xenoblade. I don't know why, it's just a gut feeling. I'm just coming up with Xenoblade. I don't like, in an outside, crazy world, is it Banjo and Kazooie? I know they're not first party, they're third party now, but I mean, who is left for them to give this big wow factor at the end? So I'm going to, my gut says Xenoblade. We'll just roll the dice, see what happens with it. It's going to be hilarious if it actually is Rex and Pyra. I'm pretty sure almost every single YouTuber, almost every single person has them pegged as DLC content. So I think that would actually be a huge shock to people if it was. And it's something that could come completely out of left field because, like I said, most people are just anticipating DLC. So that's going to be my predictions. We'll see what I get right, what I get wrong. It'll be hilarious if we tune in tomorrow and it's, the Grinch leak is real. People will be going mad, like crazy. And it'll also be hilarious if we turn in tomorrow and it's just Canon and Incineroar. That will be freaking hilarious because people will be pissed. So I'm excited to see what happens either way. As I've mentioned, I will be streaming the direct starting at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, just a little bit ahead of time to get some prep in, maybe talk with some of the people in chat, whoever is around, and we'll hang out, we'll watch the direct, and then I'll probably talk about the direct for another 30 minutes or even an hour afterward, because I've been waiting for this for a freaking while now. So stop by if you have nothing else to do in the morning. If you are able to watch the direct, I will love your company if you can make it. Thanks for watching. May Sakurai be with you guys tonight at Tabaro Boarding, and I hope everyone has something to be excited about come tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.